Hi guys, Rahul this side on behalf of Revsportz and alongside me Somnath, and you can see behind us the iconic VIPK Stadium, all set to host Mohun Bagan versus Sporting Club Delhi tomorrow. Another crucial game for the ISL title race, and tomorrow is the D-Day in the Indian Super League. After a very long time, I would say first time in the ISL history, we will see in the last day both the Kolkata Giant, East Bengal and Mohun Bagan are fighting for the ISL title. Of course, East Bengal are very much ahead in the race. If they beat Interkashi, they will clinch the ISL title because of the goal difference advantage. But for Mohun Bagan, they obviously, first of all, they need to beat Sporting Club Delhi tomorrow. But also, they would like to have favor of the other game's result, and also if they can beat by a bigger goal margin, suppose 6-0 or 7-0, that seems quite impossible. Then only Mohun Bagan can be the ISL champion for the third consecutive team. But as of now, we can say East Bengal are very much favourite to lift the ISL title. In this video, we are going to preview both the clashes tomorrow, and alongside Mohun Bagan and East Bengal, the other teams Punjab, Mumbai, and even Jamshedpur FC are also mathematically in the contention. So it's going to be an intriguing day, especially for every football fans. But first of all, Somnath, being an East Bengal fan, from East Bengal's perspective, East Bengal fans' perspective, how special is going to be tomorrow? Because we already have seen that almost all the tickets got sold out. I mean, the tickets are, Interkashi have sold their tickets starting from 500 to 2,500, but still it's going to be a full house. KBK, we know the capacity is not much, around 10,000, but how special is going to be if East Bengal finally clinched the ISL title?
I think if we look in the history, then obviously after I think 7 years, East Bengal will be in a position where they can win the win the National League. Back in the 2018-2019 season, back in the I-League days, East Bengal were one of the favorites to win the I-League. Even they just lost the I-League by just 1 point, obviously, and in that season also the last match day was on the cards, and East Bengal faced Gokulam Kerala FC in an away game, and at the same time Chennai City FC faced Minerva Punjab in their home ground. Both the matches were played at the same time, and East Bengal needed a win, whereas they needed the Chennai City FC to lose or to drop points rather to clinch the ISL I-League title back in that day. But obviously East Bengal won the match, and also Chennai City FC won the match. As a result, East Bengal lost the I-League by just 1 point, and after so many seasons, so many years, they are back in the race for the title hunt. Obviously, it will be a big occasion for the East Bengal fans. They would have won that if they would have won the derby, then it would have been settled then and there. But East Bengal had to wait. They have to wait for tomorrow, obviously, but the opposition is Interkashi. They have to go full guns blazing against Interkashi to clinch their ISL title after 22 years. It maybe it is a tough job, but obviously the players are dedicated, and the team will play for the fans, that's for sure. And even if you talk about from the fans perspective, it would be a house full for sure. The ticket price ranges are a bit too high. We do not see ISL tickets starting from rupees 500, 1,000, 1,500, but that doesn't stop East Bengal fans from going to the stadiums. They have purchased all the tickets so far. As far I know, only a few tickets I think are left, few offline tickets, but I think that would also be sold out very soon. But obviously it's a big occasion for East Bengal fans. They can see history in front of their own eyes in the Kishore Bharati Kridangan if everything goes well for East Bengal tomorrow.
Absolutely. And for Mohun Bagan, head coach Sergio Lobera and his boys, they kept on believing. They are still believing that they have the opportunity. They have the chance to clinch the ISL title, because obviously tomorrow they will step onto the pitch to defeat Delhi SC, but on the other hand they need favour from the East Bengal versus Interkashi match result as well. They will be hoping that suppose Interkashi again play out a hard-fought draw against East Bengal, just like they did against Mohun Bagan, and Mohun Bagan obviously they need to win the game against Sporting Club Delhi. But obviously big blow for Mohun Bagan, because they will be missing their key midfielder Apuya in the midfield, because Apuya played in the derby, but again he returned from a hamstring injury 2 or 3 weeks ago, so he's still struggling with that injury. So missing Apuya obviously will be a big blow for Mohun Bagan. And alongside Apuya, there is doubt over Cummings' availability as well, because Cummings, after scoring the equalizer against East Bengal, he also sustained an injury. And as of now, what we can see that Cummings will be available, but not for full 90 minutes. Most likely, if suppose Mohun Bagan needs Cummings, then he can play for around 20 to 30 minutes in the second half. So that's the update from Mohun Bagan. And also Alberto Rodriguez will be missing this game because of 4 yellow card. He will serve suspension in the last game. So obviously it's a bit difficult for Alberto Rodriguez to digest this thing, that he can't be in the playing 11, in the last game, that crucial game for Mohun Bagan. For Mohun Bagan, they can only blame themselves, because obviously they had been convincing in the first 4 games, but after that they kept on struggling, against the higher teams. I mean, the high quality teams like Bengaluru FC, Mumbai City FC, Jamshedpur FC. They lost several points against those, but now still they have an opportunity, they have a chance, because both Mohun Bagan and East Bengal are on same points. So now it remains to be seen whether God favors Mohun Bagan or not. But coming to East Bengal, the best thing about East Bengal, the way they have bridged the gap with Mohun Bagan. I mean, the last 4 to 5 years, even we discussed the same thing in the Kolkata derby as well. But in the ISL so far, since their inception in the ISL, we have never seen East Bengal coming so close to the silverware. But this season, we have seen a different East Bengal. Management deserves credit. Head coach Oscar Bruzo, all the players, the consistency they have shown throughout the whole season.
I think this is the biggest takeaway for East Bengal in this season. Bridging the gap between both the Kolkata Giants was a big mission for a few seasons. For a couple of few seasons, we have seen the gap in quality, in the gap of if you talk about budget, if you talk about quality, if you talk about the bench strength, there was a huge gap in quality, and it was quite visible in the Kolkata derby as well. In the ISL history, East Bengal has never defeated Mohun Bagan in the Kolkata derby, and that record stands still, obviously, after the derby this season. But we have seen this was the by far the most competitive derby if we talk about the recent ISL derbies. Edmund scoring the first goal, then Cummings scoring the equalizer, obviously, and this match shows the quality difference, which is not so much for East Bengal and Mohun Bagan if you talk about this season. Obviously, Mohun Bagan maybe a bit high. They are in a good position in terms of quality, but East Bengal, they are not far behind. If they are able to spend some more on their team, on some quality players, obviously we can see the gap even close down much more. And obviously, if we talk about East Bengal, this was the biggest takeaway from this season, that they have almost closed the gap between themselves and Mohun Bagan. And obviously, the last mission for them will be winning the ISL title, and I think that will be a statement to Indian football, that they are obviously back after so many years, so many hard-fought seasons. In many seasons they were close to the title, in many seasons they finished last, in many seasons they were placed in the 9th position, and many teams to be honest, many football fans, they were not taking East Bengal as a good competitor in the Indian football circuit. But obviously they are back, and I think that's the biggest positive for East Bengal this season. And obviously the management, the coaching staff, everyone deserves credit for that. It's not easy to build a team from season end. And if you talk about this season, East Bengal's team this season, this team was not built just in one season. If you talk about 2023 season, 2024 season, build by build, they have structured this team, obviously, buying players in each and every transfer window. I think they deserve full credit for this team.
Absolutely. And coming to Mohun Bagan, suppose if Mohun Bagan cleans the silverware tomorrow, so that could be an memorable farewell for Mohun Bagan. I would say Mohun Bagan star player Dimi Petros as well. I mean, Dimi Petros has delivered every time Mohun Bagan needed him in his first couple of years. Still remember that when Mohun Bagan lifted their ISL Cup, under Juan Ferrando, Dimi Petros played a crucial role. Even in last 2 years, I would say he had played a major role for this club. But this time, obviously, he was a bit of off season for Dimi Petros. But already he has given an indication in his social media post saying that last dance. Obviously, still not official, because Petros was available in the press conference today. He hadn't made it official, that he is going to leave the club this season. But we can say, because his contract ends by the end of this season, and we don't see any chances that management would initiate contract extension talks with the Dimi Petros. So that's why I'm saying, suppose Mohun Bagan cleans the silverware, so that would be a memorable farewell for Dimi Petros as well. And the best part about tomorrow will be, both the teams will be focusing their own game on the pitch, but alongside the support staff and other members of the team will keep a close eye on the other game as well. I mean, obviously the analyst I think most likely to give infos to the head coach and the support staff. So that again I have already mentioned that those I-League days are again back. I mean, tomorrow not only Mohun Bagan East Bengal will be playing, but alongside Mumbai Punjab FC game will be going on, and Jamshedpur and Odisha match will be going on. I think for Mumbai, Punjab, Mohun Bagan and both East Bengal, they needs to play out a draw. Then only Mumbai or Punjab have a chance. For Jamshedpur, both Mohun Bagan and East Bengal needs to lose their game. Then only Jamshedpur have a chance. But for Mohun Bagan and East Bengal, it's clear. Both the teams need to win. For East Bengal, win will be enough. But for Mohun Bagan, win won't be enough. They will have to rely on the result. They will be hoping that East Bengal and versus Interkashi matches result goes in their favor. But coming to East Bengal, I mean, let's talk about East Bengal fans. I mean, you are also East Bengal fan, and also the area where East Bengal will be played. You know, in Jadavpur, we all know that it's dominated by East Bengal fans. So how special is going to be for everyone? Suppose East Bengal finally, you know, make their dream come true moment tomorrow. So how special will that be?
Yeah, obviously it will be very special. Obviously, in East Bengal dominated area, basically in the Kolkata derby, the two communities of Kolkata, not only Kolkata, two communities of West Bengal, one called the Bangals, one called the Ghotis. The Ghotis are the people who are here in West Bengal since independence. Even before that, and we talk about the Bangals, they are they are the immigrants from modern day Bangladesh. If you talk about East Bengal, so obviously there is a rivalry. We all know about that rivalry, and these areas which are called colonies, these colonies are basically filled with Bangals. When they came from Bangladesh to settle here in the city, these colonies were made so that the Bangals could be established in the city. So obviously the Kishore Bharati Kriyangan, which is situated in an area called Jadavpur, that's a colony area as well. And obviously East Bengal, if they win the title in that very place, it will be very poetic to say the least. Obviously it will be a big opportunity for the fans to see history create in front of them. And to say the least, obviously Arsenal has just won their Premier League after 22 years. It was a long gap. Many football fans were trolling Arsenal that football might get finished if Arsenal won the Premier League. But to be honest, if we speak logically, then they deserve this trophy more than anything. 3 seasons, repeatedly 3 seasons they came second, and I think this was the time for them to leave the trophy. Same goes for East Bengal. They have waited long enough. The supporters have waited long enough for a trophy, and for a club like East Bengal, I think this wait was pretty long, and I think it must end right now, not tomorrow obviously, and all eyes will be on East Bengal led by Oscar Bozan. Let's see what happens tomorrow.
Correct. So temperature is soaring high, and tomorrow is the D-Day in the Indian Super League. East Bengal fans will be heading to Kishore Bharati Kriyangan, but their eyes will be on what's going on at the VYBK. And Mohun Bagan fans, they will be here at the VYBK, but their eyes will be on what's going on between East Bengal and Interkashi. So I think this is one of the rare moments in Indian football. We are all, I think, going to witness, if East Bengal wins, we are going to witness history, but Mohun Bagan will be hoping for a miracle tomorrow. So we'll have to wait and see who finally lay their hands on the ultimate silverware of the Indian Super League. What's your thoughts? What's your prediction? Let us know in the comment section below. And for all update from the ISL final day, stay tuned to Revsportz. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.